Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight takes place over 3 rounds in the KJC professional lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Liverpool, Liverpool, of 60 corners in Gracie Horas, Fernando Marcos and Jr. Standing across the cage is the woman, fighting out of the red corner, to be presented as an age of professional record of 12 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. The fighting pride of our globe, give it up for Richie! The referee with the action begins is Mr. Dan Clark.
Here we go, ready for our Coco main event of the evening. 2 fights left after this one. Richie Smullen, the hero of Ireland, coming in tonight in the black shorts. Red corner, of course, his opponent, Marcos Jr., the dangerous Brazilian, in the green shorts. Blue corner, as we just lock that cage, make sure it's secure. And both men look so ready to go. We talked about Marcos being explosive, and Richie happened to be on his game from the get-go. Here we are.
Nice job right from the get-go from Richie, showing that striking game is ever evolving.
Ooh, stiff left hand, and we talked about the takedowns as well from Marcos. You know, those are the kind of exchanges he gets himself in, and he's able usually to trip, sweep, or throw and land on top. Great example of it. But Richie off his back already working a lot, attacking the leg.
Watch out for the heel here.
Phil, that's deep. The knee's in there, Phil.
Especially at this stage of the fight where both fighters are dry, but that shows just how dynamic Richie Smullen is when he's diving on those potential submissions.
Yeah, and got it from full guard as well, which, you know, is going to give Marcos cause for concern if he's in full guard. He needs to be careful, start getting active, looking to pass right here as well. Smullen so good with his control, but there's the side control. That was quick.
But look how quickly Smullen... Oh, and then just thrown back to the ground, but Smullen resting. Not taking any time to rest on his laurels. Beautiful transition into the mount. This is not where Richie wants to find himself, but dives again on the heel.
And this is the danger of full mount these days in modern MMA. It is easy for your opponent with the right skills to attack those legs, and Richie's still tying him up. You love to see that.
The guillotine.
He's on the guillotine. Side control, top position though.
These exchanges are ridiculous. Dives
on the guillotine. Readjusted, locked in the legs right now, looking to squeeze. It looks deep. He seems like he's
Richie looks okay. Richie looks okay right now, but then again, the adjustment.
Both guys so slick on the ground with these submission attempts. You know, Richie hunting for the legs, Marcus hunting for the neck, committing to this guillotine, but there's the posture. The head comes out, but right away, building the base, trying to keep the back to the fence.
And this is where Richie does some of his best work, and this is what we were talking about, using the strikes to set up potential submission opportunities.
Switching sides there is Marcos Jr. Perhaps feel a bit more comfortable. Putting his man against the fence, still got to be careful and trying to build a base back. It's that lockdown of that left leg of Junior here that Smullen's using to hold this position, also put a lot of pressure on him.
Look at the way he had just slipped the instep of his foot behind his opponent. That is beautiful, so subtle, but so intelligent.
Yeah, every leverage point is extremely important when it comes to jiu-jitsu here as well, and it's going to really stop Marcus from pushing down on that left leg and being able to stand up. Now he's still trying to work for the choke. Marcus just trying to power his way out, ends up in top position, half guard, back to full guard here with a butterfly. Great work by Marcos Jr.
We knew that these scrambles were going to be so intriguing, but again, Richie trying to roll for a knee bar potentially this time.
Against the fence, it's going to be a little difficult, and Marcus can use that to get up a little easier, and they're back to the feet. Attacks by Richie, 3-punch combination, straight back on the grappling attacks.
I'm loving the pace that this fight is being fought at. Nobody's doing anything, nobody's expelling any unnecessary energy. The efficiency with which both fighters are approaching this is so impressive.
Wide base defense from Marcos Jr. as the cinches to the single, goes to bring those legs together, but again,
might get his back taken here.
Jr. is so good at rolling through these positions and usually coming out on top. The strong hips of Jr. I think help him in these positions. You know, he's got the explosivity, very judo-like in his build there, able to just roll through, and double butterflies for Smullen. Let's see what he can get working from here.
May try and hit a bump sweep here, but again, constantly moving, constantly trying to make something happen. Watch out for the back take here from Junior.
The wrist control being important and trying to give him a bit of his own medicine as Junior there, trying to lock down that leg. Smullen back to the feet, still on what looks like a high crotch grip almost here in between the legs.
Beautiful elbow from the back from Richie Smullen. No hooks in right now.
Yeah, Smullen now on the defensive, trying to just stay in this fight.
Oh, both hooks in, just rolled.
And this is somewhat unexpected. We talked about, you know, the grappling credentials of both men.
Oh, behave yourself, Richie Smullen.
And back
rascal.
on top. Now he's got a chance to do some damage. The corner urging him on. Not really much damage landed from either guy, so if he can put some punches on the face of Junior, he'll take this round.
Yeah, he can really put an exclamation point on the round here. A little bit of an elbow to the back of the head there, perhaps?
Yeah, he's just double checking and reaffirming with Junior to not target the back of the head. And that's a warning right here, and he's even showed him, I think, perhaps the marks on the top and the back of the head of his opponent as he claps him back in.
Into the final minute of what has been such an intriguing chess match between these two.
Good pressure from Junior here as well. Trying to shut down submission attempts from Smullen off his back. We saw a lot of those leg locks early on. Foot on the hips.
Foot on the hip.
So quick. As soon as that foot touched the hip, he was switching already, trying to fire up that left leg and get something going. But good pressure. And a guy like Junior with this kind of a build, you know, he's dangerous in a lot of positions. But Smullen now crushing from top position, stacking and standing up. And Junior still able to try and work his way back to the feet.
For me, this just illustrates the fight IQ of Richie Smullen. Minute left in the round, a very close round. He realizes that he's going to have to land some damage, land some strikes in order just to pull away in the eyes of the judges. But big takedown from Junior.
Yeah, great fight. So backwards and forwards between these two guys, you know, both high level. We weren't entirely sure how this first round was going to play out, but that's about as close as we expected it to be. The leg lock attacks from Richie, the chokes from Junior. Yep. Both men traded top position.
I was loving the little exchanges there in the 50-50 position. And again, very, very close round. But for me, I think Richie just edged it at the end there. Again, realizing that he needed to do something just to pull away. Landed the shots. I believe that was enough. I think we're looking at a 10-9 round to Richie Smullen.
All right, well, there you go, Phil. Unofficial scorecard here. Cage Legacy 22. I like that one. Both men being talked to by their corners. Two great corners. Richie Smullen with this 10 years of experience, but Marcos Jr. showing up tonight, a perfect opponent for this man. You can meet him in the grappling where Smullen, you know, really does dominate a lot of the time, and it has not been a wash for him. It has been a close contest.
This is undoubtedly the toughest fight that Richie Smullen has had inside the Cage Legacy cage, and a real test of where he stands in European and global MMA right now.
And we're clapping him in for the second round. Turning side to the body, and that looked bad. That looked real bad. A flying knee as well. Uriah Hall style. I like it. And another takedown from Junior, but he has to work. He can't give Smullen time to recover if he did hurt him here.
Such a dynamic start from Junior.
Framing now. Look at them biceps, Phil. That's some strength in those arms as he's trying to make space to get some elbow work going. Now trying to sit on the arm. It doesn't necessarily work too well in half guard, and he opens himself up for this Kimura, which could lead to a sweep, Phil. Yeah.
Richie Smullen deep on that. Oh, very, very close, but Junior doing the right thing right now just by solidifying the position before he moves on to anything else. He's acutely aware of just how dangerous Richie is when he wants to switch those hips.
Yeah, obviously, you know, a guy like Junior is going to be hard to hit with an arm lock attack like that because of the strength in that upper body. Smullen inverting, rolling through, and that knee bar was almost in, but they rushed back to their feet. He's on the single trying to bring him down, but I'm loving these grappling exchanges.
Richie Smullen is such an intelligent fighter. Gets the hands connected, big takedown.
Great finish on the double leg, and Junior looking a little heavy, a little laboured in his breathing right now, but on the mat, back to the fence, but he's picked his time well. Let's see if Smullen can take the back.
Like to see him land some knees from this position, just as I say, he does so, softening up his opponent, taking a little bit of the pep of the step.
And they really hurt, those two. Like, they really hurt. Oh, a little cage grab there. Ref is on it. I think he's noticing. Snap back down for Smullen. Now trying to get this smothering going that you talked about in the first round that wasn't really working. Now Junior has been softened up a bit. Cardio's diminished a bit. Has he still got the wherewithal to move out of these positions?
Watch out for Richie just using the strikes. These aren't 100% strikes, just enough to irritate his opponent, forcing them to move the head and try and slip that arm underneath. Oh, that arm is slowly underneath the chin.
It's wrapping there. Left elbow looking right underneath that neck. That's how you can tell how deep that is sliding. And Smullen tapping away. Gunnar Nelson style here, just trying to find an opening to slip that forearm under the neck.
Still over half a round with which to work. Richie getting that Dagestani handcuff. Just proper methodical work from Richie Smullen.
Oh yeah, unloading the ground and pound right now, and this is where we've seen Smullen beat so many of his recent opponents.
Yep.
Heavy on the back in this position, like we said, it's kind of next level MMA, you know, and he's coming out of SBG, right? So these guys had to deal with this firsthand with a guy named Habib Nurmagomedov. They picked up a few tricks, and it's gone through the camp. Smullen doing such a good job. I think he's complaining about hooking the glove, perhaps.
That is twice that Junior has intimated to referee Dickie Larkin that Smullen's holding the glove. I think he's holding the wrist as opposed to, we can see it right now, he's holding the wrist as opposed to the glove.
Oh, and I think they just called it there by TKO. I mean,
and realistically, if you think about this, Alex, what was the defence being offered here by Junior? It wasn't intelligent defence. By the letter of the law, it's not intelligent defence, therefore the referee has stopped the fight.
Yeah, unanswered shots, you know, you have to give a response in this contest. I think they're complaining right now about hooking the glove to the referee, but you know, this is how it goes in MMA. He was in a bad position anyway. Yep. He was taking unanswered shots, and unfortunately there just wasn't enough hustle.